What up, guys? If you guys are watching this video, man, this is just a new channel where I'm basically going to be talking about everything that I'm into, all types of pop culture stuff, things in the sports world. I do have another channel entitled Preston's Paradise where I talk about the USC football program, all things USC football. But I just want to make this channel just kind of kick back, have some fun. I'm going to be doing some streaming as well. And yeah, this is my first video, man. So if you guys enjoy it, like the video. This video has to do with my favorite musician, my favorite artist and creative of all time, but also is a very controversial figure and human being. To everything that he does, I mean, it is his own fault. It isn't to his own doing, but some good news today. If you are a Ye fan, if you are a Kanye West fan, formerly known as Kanye West, Ye, looks like we're getting bullied, man. Looks like there's an album on the way. There always seems to be an album on the way, but things have been very quiet, since everything that went down last spring. Not really going to get into that. I think we all kind of know what I'm talking about in regards to the song titled HH and, everything that Ye was kind of talking about on social media. Went through a bit of a firestorm, right? But yeah, as of late, I guess leading up to this November meeting where he met up with a rabbi, a Jewish leader, to basically kind of apologize for everything he was going through, talked about he was dealing with bipolar disorder, mental health disorder. We're going to watch that video in a second. But prior to this, I saw the documentary that Nico Ballesteros put out. I actually went to the theaters and watched in his name. It was a great documentary, man. It's actually on YouTube now for free if you guys want to check it out. It's really good. Kind of just shows everything that Ye's been going through for the past 8 to 10 years. But yeah, as of late, things have been pretty quiet, right? Until this meeting with the Jewish leader. But yeah, kind of apologized and talked about what he was going through.
Some various issues dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage.
Now this is interesting, right? Because to be honest, I am a Ye fan. I am a Ye supporter, man. I'm wearing a WLM, long sleeve right now as I make this video because I'm doing the Ye video. I've always been a fan of his art, fan of his creativity. Definitely opened my minds to a lot of new things. I don't go to Ye on how to live my life. I don't go to Ye for a political outlook and political advice and how I feel about those things. But interesting to me is like after everything that he did, right? I think there's a few things that he might have done which some would deem unforgivable. Everybody has their own line. I know a lot of people that in 2016 they stopped messing with Ye. When he said slavery was a choice, they stopped messing with Ye. They haven't gone back to support him because that was where they drew the line with this individual, right? A lot of respect for the Jewish leader here because he does forgive him, man. He talks about the fact that people make mistakes and he forgives them for everything that he's done and stuff like that, and a lot of respect for people in the Jewish community that stand up and really can put bygones be bygones and understand that he is a human being and we all do make mistakes. And that was in November, and this was the second sighting of Ye. He's kind of been traveling around with his wife doing things with her art tour and stuff like that and her shows and whatnot. But he went to see his buddy Deion Cole.
Why your body language ain't showing what's the up body language? You up there like, yeah. Did you laugh real good? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming out. Yeah, that's what's up, though. Good.
And you see, like, even in the rap, when he was talking to the Jewish leader, and he was talking to Deion Cole here, the body language is different, right? I think Ye is most likely back on the meds, which is good for him. You see him, he's a lot calmer, he's a lot quieter, more somber, more stoic in his communication. And it seems like, you know, he is medicated. He has realized the seriousness of his condition, and is on some meds. And you know, as we get to it now, we're gonna see. I mean, I don't know when exactly this album is slated to come out, but I would like to see, you know, what the music sounds like. Be it that Ye has been recording in this state and not really the manic state, the more wild state that we're used to, that we saw last spring when he was in Spain. You know, it was Japan, going all around the world, being live streamed, and really, you know, saying a lot of wild things on the internet and in person.
No music, no shirts, sweaters, boots. New album.
So there he said it, right? This is a few weeks ago. He said the new album's coming out. Said the new album's coming out, and he's talking about Bully, right? And then, you know, the other update on Instagram, we posted, you know, hey, I'm so proud of my wife Bianca Censora. Bianca Censora, obviously, she's doing you know, she's making these furniture pieces and stuff like that. Kind of provocative. I think it's pretty cool. Like, I'm not hating on it. And Unnecessary Pete, which is his current manager, says that there is no AI on the Bully album. That was a huge issue with a lot of people in the community. Like, yo, Kanye's using AI, man. Stop using AI. Stop using AI. It doesn't sound good. Stop using AI. I was kind of one where, like, I know Kanye's gonna be Kanye, and I also know at the same point, man, AI is getting so good that it's gonna get to a point where you really can't tell whether it's AI or it's real, you know, for most people, right? And there was also certain things that I knew were AI that just sounded good, and it sounded similar to Kanye West, and I didn't really have a problem with it, right? The early Bully stuff, some of the early Bully stuff that he dropped, right? But when you go to KanyeWest.com, bully.yeezy.com, damn, all right, man. So we're in full effect. The vinyls are going for $40. Got cassettes for $20. Okay. And the digital for $20. Now, this is something I'm interested in, right? Is there information about, like, shipping or anything like that? It's ordered. No, this is just bundle. This is just random bundle type stuff here. But I'm interested on the release date, right? Because we've seen this, you know, this happened many times before, right? Hey, he is dropping the grills that Saint had and that he was having, that he was wearing them in that period as well for $40, man. I'm gonna have to cop these. This might have to be a pretty good cop. But hey, man, Bully, I hear Showtime. If you're familiar with the leak, Showtime with the James Blake leak is gonna be on it. I think All of the Love is gonna be on it. A lot of the stuff that we heard from in Spain, in Japan, I think there's going to be a few tracks that were supposed to be on the Cuck album that are going to be repurposed for the Bully album. And we might actually get a full, concise, you know, piece of work with this Bully album, man. So I'm excited. You know, my birthday is the 25th, so hopefully it releases by then. That would be a awesome birthday present for me, man. But I'm happy to see Ye, you know, back in a positive light. Happy to see Ye, you know, making music, man. And hopefully it is good stuff, man. It usually always is, but hopefully it's in a bag. And we can kind of steer clear from the controversy for a little bit. I always laugh because when Ye is pretty quiet, he usually comes out quiet, somber, stoic, and then he elevates to a new level of, like, what the F is going on. After that point, hopefully we can kind of just easily get into the year with some good music and no craziness around this album rollout, man. So, hey, I appreciate you guys watching the video, man. This is what I'm gonna be doing on this channel, just talk about stuff that I'm into. And yeah, man, let's keep it going. Like a comment if you enjoy the video. Subscribe to the new channel if you like what I'm trying to do over here, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.